The dark side of running a lawn care business. Review. G'day viewers, Jeff McPhee's Gardening, Melbourne, Australia. I didn't want to scare you at the start, but I do want to talk about the dark times that you can have in business in your earlier stages. I went through them, and I'm sure many other experienced operators have as well. Now, when you're starting out, the big secret, as many of us may know, is we've got to have our eyes wide open, because there's a lot of things out there that can bring us down very quickly if we're not aware of them. Today, I'd like to just talk about some of those things that might crop up. You might be fortunate not to experience them, but I reckon most people watching this today have probably gone through a lot of those things that I'm going to discuss. Now, it takes experience to deal with the stress of running your own business. You see my previous video on persistence and resilience. We discussed on how we have to have that two key aspects of our lives to get by. When I started out in my early years, I came across quite a few hurdles. And I guess it's like us all. One thing is, don't expect praise of your customers. Sure, you will get the odd one, but if you're going to be waiting for praise and to be saying you're a great gardener, you might as well not even try, because you won't get it most times. When you do get it, it's nice, recognise it. But you're not into business to be praised. You're in business to make money, and you're in business to create that lifestyle that you want, that you really want. So I think it's important to forget about the praises and just get on and get stuck into it. So when we're starting out, we're going to have all those problems, the cash and the cash flow. We're going to have problems in trying to quote a job. We've got no idea. Remember the times you've done a job and it's taking twice as long as what you thought it'd be. You thought it'd take a couple of hours and it'd take days. Be quoted a fixed price. So you think, I'm going to try an hourly rate. And when you try an hourly rate, you think, well, I better charge somewhere near where the professionals are charging. And because you're inexperienced and because you're slow, you're going to take longer. And therefore your bill's going to be dearer and there's going to be more tears with the customer. So the aspect of quoting can really get you down, and it can just about break you if you don't get it right. There's only one solution with quoting, and that's to learn from experience. If you do quote and you quote a fixed figure and it's going to take, you estimate, a few hours, and it does take a few days, you've just got to suck it up. You've just got to get in there, you've got to do the job, you've got to do what you promised to do for the customer at a very high level, the best level that you can do it. You've lost a bit of time. That's all you've lost, which means you're going to learn from the next time. And we've gone through this in previous videos about how to quote. Other bad moments you're going to have is your prices are too low. So you apply price rises, you lose customers because you're not quite sure when to introduce those to your customers and how to introduce those customers. The other problems you'll find is that you're running at a loss because your billable hours, you're wasting so much time in travelling. You haven't got that route density where you've got all your customers close together. And that's quite normal when you're starting out, because you're going to have to chase the work. You're going to have to go everywhere to get it. But if you don't address it quickly, you're going to lose a lot of billable hours available to you. And you can only get paid for when you're doing work. It's not when you're like in your previous employment. You get paid an 8-hour day and you get 8 hours of wages for that day. In our game, you only get paid for when you actually work. And again, that can make you into the deep, dark hole of fear, because you've got too far to travel between jobs, and it's something you need to think about and need to address very early if you can. Dealing with economic downturns when things are getting tough and there's not as much work around. It's something you've got to prepare for. And probably one of the biggest things that a lot of the new guys of recent times hasn't found out yet in Australia. Back in the day, we went through a 10-year drought, and it broke a lot of businesses because they weren't prepared. They weren't prepared to diversify. All they wanted to do was mow grass. They weren't prepared to do gardening work. And again, it can happen again. Droughts come in cycles. So climatic conditions can really make it tough going for you. And it can, again, it can break you down, because if you have weeks and weeks of rain and you've got no work, you've got no alternatives, you know, months and years of droughts. If you haven't got any alternatives, again, it's going to introduce you into the dark world. Remember the video I made, bad customers and good customers. The bad customers can really make a problem for you. And it's all right, we all say, yes, we just get rid of them. And I've banged on about that in a lot of videos. But when you're starting out, you can't afford to get rid of them because you need the money. So you need to be aware of what the bad customers looks like, and you need to try and work out a strategy to deal with those bad customers. I think the biggest problem that you're going to find when you're starting out and into your early years of your business, and probably later on as well, is your fitness. When you're starting off, your fitness, unless you come from a physical working job, a lot of people come from the office, which I did, and it took considerable time to get the fitness to actually execute the duties that we have to do. And that's why I started in winter, because I couldn't possibly have coped with a spring in the condition I was of sitting on my butt all the time and then going full bore in the spring and summer straight away. I couldn't have done it. I would have actually done a severe injury, I would have thought. So that's why I started in the winter time and just start off slowly. So fitness is very important. If you are thinking about starting off a business in the lawn care industry, it's very important to prepare yourself. Go to the gym, work out, get yourself fit, because it is a physical demanding job. And that's what brings a lot of people down over the years. You know, their knees go, their backs go. And it's the old story. You've got to pace yourself. You've got to do jobs that are not going to make it hard for you. So it's important to think about what you're going to do when you do something. When you pull out the chainsaw, when you're picking up some heavy material or heavy bags, think about what you're doing, because if you get an injury, it's good night. And the killer for a lot of people is mental health. People worry about what other people are doing. People want acceptance. You know, you want to be seen as doing a great job. Forget about that. Worry about your own mental health. There's going to be challenges. Customers are going to challenge you. You know, other contractors, you get on these forums and the crap that they talk about other contractors and, you know, what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. Just get off it. If it does affect you, keep clear of it. Very important to worry about your own mental health, because it's one of the most important parts of your body. Physical fitness is fine. If you're not right up there to run a business successfully and to get that balance of lifestyle, you've got to have the mental health. And if you do hit the wall, if you've been working too hard, you've got to stop. You've got to slow down. You're going to sacrifice some income, but it's better off the short-term pain for a long-term gain. Really something to consider. What's the solution? Well, the solution is to identify the problems ahead of time, if you can. You know, network with other contractors. We did a video on networking. So important to network with experienced veterans of the game that have been in the game for a while. People will share information. Pick your mark though. Pick the right people you want to talk to, but it's very important because it will help you in the long term. You know, other things is to target the right customers, target the right areas. I've banged on this, I'll keep banging on it. Have the right customers, have the right areas, you know, have the right equipment. You know, spend money on equipment. If you have to borrow, do it. Have the best equipment that you can. Because this business, if you want to be in it for the long term, you've got to try to do it right from day one. Making mistakes is fine, but have the right tools to do the job. Really important. You're going to have dark times in this business, without a shadow of a doubt. Most of us have gone through that, and resilience and persistence has got us through. We've talked about that. Now, this business, you can have a great lifestyle. You can have a balance of work and family. But if you sit back, it's not going to come to you. You've got to work hard. You've got to go at it as hard as you can, but you've got to have that balance at the same time. But the biggest thing is eyes wide open. You must have those eyes wide open to look around to see what's going on, to think about what's happening, the next day, the next week, the next year. Think about some goals and set some goals of short-term and long-term goals. And if you get through that, you're going to have a very, very prosperous and happy business life. All right, viewers, that's another heavy one. It's 2 in a row. I'll have to lighten them up a bit, but I think they're so important. Okay, well, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. We had an expo, land and equipment expo the other day. It was fantastic. Met a lot of contractors, met a lot of guys on that watch and follow me on YouTube, and it was such an honour to meet everybody, and I really got a lot out of it, and it's really invigorated me to now keep going with the YouTube. And when you meet people that value your videos, it means so much. And please, thank you so much for everybody that's commented on Facebook and that about meeting me. I was really stoked. It was made my day. Couldn't get the head through the land's room door the other day. The missus goes, she's shaking her head going, oh, you're hopeless. But no, all very good. All right, viewers, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.